Hello, welcome to my blank featureless wall, and today it's Raiders time. Woohoo! Um, only person to ever say woohoo to the Raiders before. Normally it's like, oh god, these guys, I'm gonna have to fight them. But that's in the video game. We are firmly in the world of Wasteland Warfare Second Edition. Nice looking board. Thank you very much, Lilendrill. How you doing? Nice to see everyone. Hope you're all having a good week. Darina, Sanjuro, hello. The Raiders are the two-headed cows, yes. But yeah, so we'll dive straight in. Hopefully, you can't hear my robot fan going because it's starting to get warm again. Good to see the water on standby. Exactly. Since last week, I've moved 1,000 miles for work and built much furniture. Oh, and built a new computer. My God, Regal, you have been far busier than me, and I've been busy. So good job. I hope it's all gone well. I hope you're feeling nice and cozy. So yes, we have. Boom. This is our board. I've put it together already. I thought I went for like a kind of like maybe there used to be like a small factory or something here. I don't know. I just used a bit of flooring and got these gantries. I think they're from like the Brotherhood camp. Some barriers, little bits of girders and stuff, fences. We've got one of these little derpy looking trucks. Yeah, and a wall and some rocks and some fences. That seems good to me, right? Good enough. Currently building a cat tower. Very important. You do not want a displeased cat. Yeah, that's important. Otherwise, the cat will adopt other parts of the house, and you'll have to move out. But yeah, so I think we're all laid out for that. Now, I've done a little bit of prep for the Raiders themselves, if I can remember where they are. Here they are. Can you see all that? Is that all on there? I think it is. Let me know if that's cut any bits off. But here are our Raiders. Now, I've made a lot of choices already based on what minis we have. I just had some already, and I was like, well, they're the weapons they've got. We'll go for those. And it's not a bad selection, I think. So we've got no weapons to choose today, but let's just go through them. So Raiders have a quick action. Obviously, everyone has the quick action that they can just take a 2-inch move. Everyone gets that. The Raiders' quick action that they get in addition to that is called Oh Yeah. Oh Yeah says this model may use a consumable from their inventory as if they had made a use action. So it's basically you can take a free action, turn your lights on in the background. You can do that as well anytime you want, and that's just a free action for me. But yeah, the quick action is you can just use a consumable from our inventory as if we've made a use action. So that's a free use of a stim or some chems. I got scammed on the 3rd of the month. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Darina. No free fun moment. Bubbles. I love Bubbles already. I hope Bubbles is keeping you good company. Yeah. So and there is our quick action. Oh yeah, which does make me think of the Kool-Aid guy. But there we go. Raiders. We all know Raiders. We've all come across them. Whether you're a player of video games or of the board of the tabletop games, we know them and love stroke hate them. So as I say here, you should play Raider Warband if you want to unleash chaos and bloodshed. Hence the red light for bloodshed. You like the idea of having a large number of disposable models who will die horribly. I guess the yellow light is for dying horribly. I don't know why. and enjoy games where you are the villain and don't mind not having many friends. She's my health and safety cat. It's so cool. I love that. I love that. Give her a scratch from me. I think she sounds awesome. But yeah, so that's an interesting thing, is that when we're not playing full campaign, but what you can see sort of down here is that when you're the Raiders, your reputations with people start a little bit. They're a little bit shaky to begin with. So yeah. What themed Raider beverage do I have today? Water. Good old-fashioned water. I did think about trying to make a Raider drink, but after last week's FEV, but then I forgot. It's that simple. I may have another drink. You didn't get any Moxie or Vim. No, I'm afraid I didn't. Samgui. Oh, Dorina, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Thank you for your Bezos money. You don't need it. Yay. Thank you very much. So let's have a little look. Let's start putting our team together. We've got, to begin with, as always with this, by the way, let me know if the audio's not great or whatever, or I make a mistake. Just shout at me in chat. So we'll come back to our warband name. We have our overlord, Dan Black. Thank you very much as well. That's very cool of you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed. Not used to this happening. On a Friday, people doing nice things. Whew, it's unusual, but no, thank you both. That's really kind of you. We've got in power armor. I'll pop him under the little camera here so you can see him. Don't know how wonky that camera is. Indeed, Samqui. Thank goodness. Thank goodness 'tis Friday. So there we go. We've got our chap in his power armor. He is armed with an assault rifle, and that's who we've got here. So we have a couple of things that we need to know about the assault rifle. It's a burst weapon. If you roll special, it's a burst weapon, and that basically means you can choose a number of models, in this case one, within 4 inches of the original target. Has to also be in line of sight and in range, and you can apply the attack to them too. So if we get special, oi Mia, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you had a good week. Also, the trait is full auto. So if it's already activated this turn, then you get to add 1 black and 1 green, which is 1 damage and 1 accuracy. Tabletop Nexus, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. We're taking all of Jeff Bezos's saving fund today, and I, for one, am all for it. No, thank you. That's very kind. Hope you're having a good week. So we need to name our overlord. Who is in charge? Who is in charge of our team of raiders? Suggestions, please. Sue from the Johnny and Cash song. Clint. Sue. I like that his full name is Sue from the Johnny and Cash song. Can we combine them? Clint Sue or Sue Clint? A boy named Sue. John Raider. John Raider is, you know what you're getting with John Raider. I am going to go with Sue. I think Sue is a great name. Overlord Bubbles, voiced by Tara Strong. I think we'll call someone else Bubbles. That sounds like a great idea. I also love the fact that we've now got voice actors lined up for them. I wish we had that budget. Next up, we have, as we've just said, we have Bubbles. Bubbles, the just a normal raider, comes with a short modded hunting rifle. Here's Bubbles. Ready to go? Ready to lock and load? Yay, a boy named Sue. There you go. See? So bubbles. Now, interesting. The short mod. This is like a normal hunting rifle, but it's been modded to be a short, which means you reduce the range, but you add 1 damage dice. So you can see that in there. It gets. Well, you could if I showed you. Yeah, the range is reduced by 4 inches and 2 inches for long and short range, but it gets +1 damage dice. So that's quite nice. Have I factored that in and written that in there? Have I put that in the effect? Who knows? Let me have a look. Oh dear. Let me find the old what's it called? Hunting shotgun? Was it hunting shotgun? Hunting rifle. Ooh. A hunting rifle is one I have. I've added it in there already. Oh gosh, what was that? Wrong button. Yeah, so we've added that in there. So Bubbles has a short range hunting rifle, which can headshot on a special, but does have the trait slow. So there we go. There's that. Next up, and we've got five team members today. We have someone, as yet to be decided who this is. Here they are, armed with a Molotov cocktail and a baseball bat, a nicely striped baseball bat, very Harley Quinn. But yes, so the Molotov cocktail, no short range, 2 yellow, does energy damage, can inflict inferno damage, and has ordnance as a trait. Now, ordnance basically means you pick a point rather than a particular. So you can hear the child crying outside. It's Overlord Bubbles. I think they will become Overlord Bubbles. They want to take over the Raiders gang, but at the moment Sue Clint is in charge. Yeah, ordnance. You pick a target, a point on the battlefield, and you basically have to roll an attack, and it might scatter a little bit. Also, a baseball bat, so you can hit them with stagger. We need a name for our Molotov baseball bat wielding psycho, and this is a psycho. This character, so we need to pick someone there. Firefly, that's nice. I like that. I like that a lot. That's going in. Billy Bats. Oh, Billy Bats is good. Billy Bats is good. I think Firefly just takes it for me. Jangles the Moon Monkey. Hold on to that one, because that's good. That is good. You're all picking good ones today. Next up, who's got here? A heavy modified improvised weapon and a pipe revolver. A watch streak. Good lord, Meow. What are you doing? Here is our next Psycho. They have a heavy modified weapon. It's that pipe. Basically, that means it's heavy and it just does 1 extra damage dice. So it does 2 black rather than 1 black, which is very fun indeed. Also got a pipe revolver, which is just a plain old simple weapon. All they need is a tactical nuclear grenade. I mean, this is true. Should we go for? Should this be Billy Bats? I think this is Billy Bats. I know he hasn't got a bats, but that's ironic. And then finally, 5 models. Here we go, with a pipe revolver and a baseball bat. Here you go. Oh, maybe this should be Billy Bats. This should be Billy Bats. PT Pipes. Okay, fair enough. So what we're going to say then is this guy, the guy with the Molotov, the improvised pipe, is going to be Jangles the Moon Monkey. And this is Billy Bats because he does have a bat. And that makes sense, right? We're working this out. But yeah, that is our team. As you can see, they've all got a, where am I even going? A fame cost of 1. Shouldn't be the Pied Piper. But yeah, so that's where we got them. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 from our Overlord's charisma of 4. So that was our initial team. If you check out, if I can find it. If I can find it, Mr. Frodo, you can see, yeah, there's a lieutenant there, which has a fame hiring cost of 5, so you can't actually have that. I have my silly head on today. Excellent. Then you're in good company. So that's our team, ready and waiting. We're set. We're planned. Let's sort out our if I can find. I was on it anyway. I was already on it. Let's find the setup for a confrontation, because that's what we are going to do, isn't it? Are they in here? I can't remember. Encounter types: ambush, encampment, confrontation. Here we go. So we need to do, oh yeah, we need to do our placement first, don't we? So there's always one right in the middle. And so that's going to be about here. That feels like that's about the center. Yeah? Need to put this on my laptop as my PS4 isn't playing ball. I'm sorry, we're not compatible. Apparently, it doesn't seem to be working on PS4. I'm sorry about that. Then we need to put the next one adjacent to the largest piece of scenery, right? Technically, this is the largest piece of scenery, really, isn't it? Or is the wall? What do you think? This is kind of one entity. Let's say here. This is next to it. So let's go almost straight south, I think. And that's position 2. And then directly in line, we want to say that's about 6.5 inches. So that will take us to just here for point 3, right next to. In fact, I'm just going to move the scenery just a tiny bit. What's the turquoise thingy-bob? The turquoise thingy-bob. This is a car. This is like a truck. There he is. It's like one of those weird trucks with the flatbeds. I think they're kind of derpy. I don't know what they are, but I quite like them. But yeah, so now what we do is we're going to roll the special die. So I was going to say put someone there. Well, we might do. So it depends. We haven't decided yet on where we're coming on, or how, or what's happening. But special die, say it's at the start of it, different from the old first edition to D20 die. So just bear in mind that the numbers have been changed around, and the probabilities changed. There was a really graph-heavy blog post we put up about it, and I read it, but I didn't understand it because it's too science learning for me. So we're going to roll this, see what we come up with. 2. Now we've had 2, but we've had some easy ones before, right? So do we want to take the easy, or do we want to go a little bit harder? Because we've done 2. I think 2's too easy. Let's just go at least. Yeah, exactly. Science is graphs. It's got to be at least like a 4 and up, I think. That's even lower. Come on. Well, I did say 4 and up. This is the one we've had. Then just make it a 4. Well, it's what happened in the Ender Eagle. I'm just saying, right? All I'm aware that on this chart we have managed to roll this result every time. So we're playing normal difficulty and we've managed to roll this result. I'm happy to go with that again. But if you guys want to see something different, down the rules. It's up to you. We could go up to one at high if you want. I don't mind. 4 it is. Henri has spoken, and I trust them. So, place 2 random enemies in P1 and scatter them both, and then 1 in position 2 and 3 and scatter each one. So again, this is going to be like a cleanup of some rogue creatures that we want to get rid of to claim this area. Let's see. I'm going to pull up my where is it? Can I even find this? 1 moment, callers, while I just find my chart, which I have completely completely misplaced. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. No, come on. No, come on. I hate that when you scroll through your history and you're like, I've used my laptop way too much this week. Here we go. Friday. Here it is, the super awesome danger table. I knew it was here somewhere. So I've got this again. I can't show you this because this is technically it's not a real thing. I've just made a table based on the miniatures I have. So we'll see how they work. But here we go. Let's see what this first creature we come across is. Oh, okay. Okay, stuff's got real. So we've got for the top of the list here. This is, as you see there, rolled an X. So this could be a 3 danger enemy. Do you guys want to see a full-grown Gulper, as opposed to the Gulper newts we've been fighting, or a Yao Guai? Which do you want to take on? We're taking on creatures these couple of days, these battles doing that. We're gonna, when we've done all of the warbands, we're gonna start mixing them together, and then we'll have to fight each other. But yeah, at the moment, so we've got a choice: a full-grown Gulper, as opposed to the Gulper newts, which we've been fighting in the previous games, or a Yao Guai. Which do we want as our first adversary? The choice is yours. Just as this refreshing glass of water is mine. Oh. And new to Fallout tabletop. No worries. No worries. There's it's not like there's a way to do it and the way it is, and all it is I'm just what we're doing these streams is basically we've been like showing off one of the main warbands. So we've done the Survivors, we've done the Super Mutants last week, we're doing Raiders this week, and next week we're going to do the Brother of Steel. And so you've got like a rough comparison for them on how they all play. They're all fighting creatures. It's like they're all just exploring the wasteland and cleaning out some creatures. And then when we come back in maybe a month or two's time, we will pick one of them. So one of the warbands we created, they'll be the one we play a full proper campaign. You'll see all of the full rules about how to explore the wasteland. And the other ones that we don't pick will become their enemies. So they will then go out, and so say we pick the Raiders, they'll go out and they may meet the Super Mutant team that we created. Okay, a bug hunt it is. Yes, it is, exactly. So yeah, Gulper or Yao Guai. We've got the choice. We've got either if I can even, oh dear, what a mess. What a mess. Where's my main Gulper? So here's your choices. If you want to do things visually, we've got the Yao Guai is right here, the giant irradiated bear, or the giant lizard. It's look at them falling over, like they're cuddling. Which do we want to go for? Whomst is our adversary? Oh. If you don't pick, I will. Because I know which one I don't want to fight, because it scares me. Okay, I'm going to choose then. And I think we are going to play... We are, yes. We're going to pick... We're going to play the field the giant bear. So the giant bear is there, and now we're going to scatter him. And the way this works is we just roll the special die, and whatever number it says, we move it in that many inches, and we move it in the direction the dice is pointing. So it's 1 inch, and you can see the dice is pointing that way. So not that far, actually. He's pretty central. He looks angry. There he is. Ready to cause trouble. Let's now see. Oh no, you can't see this thing. That's fine. Let's now see who else is coming. Second one for position 1 is 7. Okay. Again, you can choose. We've seen all of these, I think, unless my brain is malfunctioning, which it does do sometimes. We could have a bloatfly, a radstag, or a Brahmin for this. I kind of lean towards bloatfly in this occasion, but it's up to you guys. What do you think? A giant fly, a mutated, possibly passive, irradiated stag, or a cow with 2 heads? We haven't seen a Brahmin, but it's just going to run away, right? Yeah, so like the Brahmin and the radstag are peaceful creatures, so they won't engage with us unless we fight them. But they provide opportunity to get food, other equipment from the Brahmin, and they, you know, so it's an optional thing. We don't have to necessarily encounter it, but you know, but yeah, the Brahmin is a thing. Let's put the Brahmin in. Let's put the Brahmin in. You're right. We haven't seen him. Unless there's any objections. Let's go for new. Sounds great. Excellent. Plus, I love the idea of this Brahmin just like terrifiedly running away from this bear as well. Let's see how the scatter works on this one. Okay, well, we're going to re-roll that because the Brahmin would therefore end up in exactly the same space as the Yao Guai. The Brahmin's going to roll 8 in that direction. That's a bit more maneuverable. So the Brahmin starts over here. There he is, just chilling out by the Corvega. That's that done. Now we're going to do one for this area here. This is going to be a 5. Now this one we could have the bloatfly. I've only got 1 Brahmin, so we can't have a herd of Brahmin. And, you know, we had 2 radstags last time, that's fine. So maybe let's go for the bloatfly that Meow was interested in there. So let's see if we can get a bloatfly for that. Here he is. What a champ. I'll just put a photo of Bubbles in the Discord general chat. Amazing. I will check that out when I can. There we go. There's a bloatfly. Thank you for that, Doreen. That'd be cute. I look forward to that. I'll have a check in a minute. Let's see where the bloatfly goes. 2 in that direction. Excellent. That is basically right up here. The bloatfly is on top of this. I mean, it could be under it, but I'm putting it there because then you can see it with the overhead camera. Finally, up here, our last placement. Are we going to get something easy or more problems? 2. Ah, something easy. Something easy, huh? What do we feel? We can have a stingwing, a feral ghoul, or a wolf. And I think we've seen stingwings and wolves before. We haven't seen a feral ghoul in this in these games yet. But the wolves, super new. Super new. And I feel like the wolf maybe fits this a little bit more, or a stingwing would, but I'll go with what you guys fancy. I will... Why are you doing that? I'm going to look at a picture of a cute cat. So yeah, what do you feel like? A stingwing, a feral ghoul, or a wolf to come in here? Wolf makes sense. I mean, yeah, it kind of does. Go to general chat. Let me have a look. Bubbles. Oh, my Bubbles, you are a gorgeous... Oh. I love Bubbles. There we go. Thank you for that. Let's put a smile on myself. Wolf makes sense. In that case, let's go for a wolf. Let's not fuss around. Let's just... Actually, we used that model last time. Let's have this one. This one's a good one. Here's the wolf. Arr. Arr. So we'll pop the wolf down here. There we go. And we'll scatter that. See how that works. 10. Ooh, that's interesting. 10 that way. Just about makes it so it's kind of on this little blob there, right at the edge. So there we go. That is our layout. We've got the bloatfly and the wolf are technically one danger, and the Brahmin is one danger as well, but it can be quite tough, but you don't have to anger it. Whereas this Yao Guai is 3 danger. So it's a scavenging mission. Yeah, kind of. I mean, we're kind of not really involved in the full version of like the campaign game, but the way I'm imagining this is like each one of these is like somewhere close to the Warband's HQ, and it's just got a ton of annoying creatures on it, and they want to clear it out. If you were playing this as part of your campaign and you came across this area, you would mark this area as being, have creatures in it. And then if you didn't kill them and remove them from this area, then every time you tried to go through that area, you would have to fight creatures. They would just be creatures there. But if you clear them out, you can pass through. But yeah, it could also be a case of this is a good mission to take if you want to get some food, particularly with like the Brahmin. The Brahmin might be able to give some good scavenging. But yeah, we're just trying to like get a very simple one-off game so that you can see how the Raiders play. Speaking of, we now need to work out which side we're going to come on. So far, we've always come on this side, but we're going to randomize it. Again, we're just going to roll the special dice, see which direction it points, and come on from that side. It could be quite challenging. We are coming on from... Oh, which side is that? Is that... It's almost right in the corner. I think that's right in the corner. And if you don't, Yogi could have dropped cub. Exactly. You never know where you could come back and we're like, oh, great. Now there's just a whole different bunch there. I think that means we're coming in this side. It's this side here. So we're going to just line our team up. And they can come on at any point on this edge. I might not bring them in right next to the wolf. Just seems like a bad idea. But this is it. We're ready to go. This is now round 1. So let's get cracking, shall we? I think we're probably going to want to. I think in a way, getting some people up here and taking this high ground might be really good. If we can take the high ground from the bloatfly, that means it won't fly around and be bombarding us, whereas the bear has to come around the long way. We can maybe defend it a little bit more. We don't have to engage with the Brahmin unless we really want to. But until I've got rid of until I know what's happening with Yogi here, yeah, I'm kind of nervous. So let's have a think. Who do we want to bring on first? If we have a look at our team of ne'er-do-wells, we haven't called our warband anything. What's our warband's name? Help me, chat. Name our warband. Remember, you don't need to think as a raider. Just huff, jet, and charge. When you're right, you're right. So, I think that hunting rifle might be a good idea. Let's start with bringing Bubbles on. Now, don't worry that Bubbles Bruisers. Nice. Yeah. Love it. Bubbles. Quincy's. I like Quincy's as well. But it's Rady McGrady group. I know you're better than that, Sanjuro. You can. It's quite good. I was down on it, but it's making me giggle, so it can't be all bad. But yeah, we're Bubbles Bruisers. Why it's named after just like a standard raider and not the Overlord? Who knows? Just is. But Bubbles is going to come on. I think don't read too much or worry too much about the fact that the first character on tends to die when I play. Although it didn't in the Survivor in the Super Mutants group. So Bubbles, as you can see, has got a move of 4 there on its top line. So here they come. First thing you have to do is put them on edge, and then they have to move. So we are going to just come along here, and it's a 4-inch move, which can get them basically. Oh, maybe I don't want to do this. Oh, this is actually a tricky one. This is a tricky one. Maybe. What's Bubbles' range? Because if I bring Bubbles right here, they're not going to have line of sight. So actually, I am going to bring them. They actually are just going to stand there. They're going to come forward a little bit. So I'm just moving them forward just a touch, because then they still have line of sight on the bloatfly. Have they moved? Has anyone seen them move? That is one tall bear. That is a tall bear. Okay, so I'll just go over this for people who may not have seen this gameplay before. But we are going to go to fit to, I don't know, which one is it? Fit to width? Fit height, there we go. I'm just going to go to a certain page in the rules, because then I can show you stuff. Right. So this is kind of a really important thing about how the game works, is you generate threat and priority. Threat is generated on the enemies, and priority is generated on all of the players' characters. So let's start with priority. A friendly model gains priority if it makes an attack action, doesn't matter whether it hits or not. During the move, this model is within an unobstructed line of sight of an enemy. Well, yep. It is. Like, all these enemies can see. Well, the bear can, and the fly clan can. So that's one priority for Bubbles. Also, the model makes a use action in line of sight, so you would normally stay still for that. But so priority is like a measure of how aware everyone on the battlefield. I just saw a joke about bare necessities out the corner of my eye. I'm trying not to think about it. Priorities, how aware all the enemies are of you. You know, threat is the same way for the other end. It's like how threatening you've behaved around the enemy, and therefore how likely they are to come for you. So enemies get threat if they are the target of an attack. That hasn't happened yet. If another enemy model within 12 inches of it suffers an injury, so when we start hurting these things, that's going to happen. When another enemy model on the battlefield is incapacitated, same thing but worse. And if a friendly model moves within 6 inches of an enemy. So far, no, don't apologise. That was good. It was good. I just tried to stifle my giggle because it was silly. But yeah, so we haven't triggered any of that yet, but we are now going to shoot at the bloatfly. The bloatfly is 13, just about 13 inches away, which is good because Bubbles has a range of 16. Despite having a short mod, it's not bad. That's not bad at all. So, to do this roll, is space in the corner for a friend? Well, you never know. There's some good gags going today. There's also some very groan-worthy ones. So we'll see how it goes. The effects of this gets a yellow and a black die. And it, in theory, does 2 physical damage, right? Plus anything we roll here. So this hunting rifle, oh, it's going to be good. Now, is it kind of... I don't think it's kind of... Let's just move him a little bit. Now that I've realised what I'm doing. There you go. He's fine. He's fine. So let's see how this goes. We're looking for Bubbles Perception, which is 4. So we're at 4 and under. Let's see how it goes. 5. Unfortunately, that's 1 too many. So the shot goes wide. But this creature was the subject of an attack. So it gains a threat. And also, Bubbles themselves made the attack, so they get another priority. Now, something I may have goofed up a bit in the previous games, which someone very handily pointed out to me on the re-upload on Modifius Live, which is where we put these. So if you missed them, you want to check them out, then go over there and you can watch them and do like a little follow and all that sub and stuff, you know. Then you'll see when new ones arrive. But what they very helpfully pointed out to me was that an enemy model can only ever have a maximum of 4 threat tokens. Yes, but oh no, sorry. A single enemy model can gain. No single enemy model can gain more than 1 threat token in a single turn, and a turn is an activation and an activation, right? So we were piling threat on a little bit too heavy, but we managed to deal with it. But yeah, the same is not true of priority. Priority is that could just keep coming. But there we go. Bubbles has done. Their turn is over. Now we go over to the enemies, and it's whichever enemy has threat. And only one does. It's this bloatfly. So what does it do? I'll have a little look at my my characters, my enemy stats, which are private and secret at the moment. You can't see them. I'm sorry. Bloatflies are skirmishers. What does that mean? Well, I'll show you. If we come down here. So you see these are the different types of enemies. So skirmisher, the first thing that they will do with their first activation, their first threat, is to take cover. If they still have threat, they will open fire, advance, take cover, etc., etc. But this is what they're going to do. So they're going to do take cover. What is a take cover action, I hear you say? Let's just double check. Boop, 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 boop. Hello, take cover. Where be you? Take cover. So, enemy model moves up to its move statistic in inches towards a defensive position. A defensive position is the closest point on the battlefield where this model would have cover against the target. If multiple points exist, it will move to one that gives it cover against the most friendly models. So we've just got to start, you know, playing with our brains here. But this doesn't. This does have a ranged weapon. The bloatfly does have a ranged weapon. It can spit lava up to 8 inches. So, if this model has a weapon with a range other than melee, it will not move to a position that entirely blocks its line of sight to the target. If all positions it can move to would block its line of sight to the target or have it be out of range, this action is impossible. So, it's going to move to somewhere where it, in theory, can be in cover, but will also shoot it larvae at people. Hell and happy Friday, everyone, to you, Akraya. I assume that means hello, but just in case it's not, hell to you too, good individual. Hello, I thought it would be. Somewhere that it can get cover. It's got a movement of 4, I believe. Yeah. So let's have a look. Maybe down here. Down here behind this barrier, the fly might take a little bit of cover. And then that, yeah, I think that makes sense. The fly's like that. And it uses that threat, so that is gone now. Now, we need to bring up, we need to bring in some people and try and take this platform. That does mean I want to bring in our heavy hitter, Sue Clint, the our overlord, and I want to just double move. So we can go. That basically brings her up here to the top. She's got a bit of a fat base, but she fits in there. She does fit in there, I swear. She moved once and was seen. I'll put that there. And then she's moved again and was seen, and also moved within 6 inches of this fly, the bloatfly, I believe. Yep. So the bloatfly again picks up threat. With the temperatures we've been having, it'd be quite variably hell. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, that is it. That is exactly it. Bubbles started the group. Bubbles started the band. But Sue turned up with power armor, and they're like, I guess you're in charge now, aren't you? God damn it. So there we go. That is Sue storming up there. Very nice. Let's now go back and see who's up. Well, the only creature that has threat is this bloatfly, because we've not moved close enough to anger anything else, right? But that's not necessarily a bad thing. So we know it's going to fall back again. It would. Let's just see what it has to say about falling back again, or taking cover, I should say. Fallback's a very different action. Towards a defensive position, yeah. So it wants to maintain its cover basically against both of these things. It's just sort of buzzing around at the edge of our area. Okay, I think therefore it just kind of comes around here a bit more. It's buzzing around, trying to keep its beady, multi-faceted eye on us. So now we have the bloatflies zoomed around here, and Sue Clint is up here. So now we could start shooting at the at the thing. Let's maybe, do we want to anger the bloatfly? Is it all about defensiveness? Are we thinking too defensive for the Raiders? I reckon. Let's bring in Ultimate Tactician Firefly, because I quite like the idea of Molotov cocktails. Here we go. So I started blast. Exactly. So moving in up to this barricade. That's the first action. And seen because of that giant towering bear. Now we're going to throw. Let's throw a. Oh dear! Let's throw a Molotov cocktail. So ordnance. We pick a point here. So. Ordnance 2 inches. Sorry, a little late to the party. That's you can't be forgiven, Datestorm. No, don't be silly. Welcome. It's nice to see you. Hope you're doing all right. Is the problem Molotov cocktail can't solve? You make a good question. Let me just check ordnance because I want to know what the 2 means. Ordnance. And I want to go next. What does the number mean? Ordnance. Ordnance. I keep putting an extra letter in there, don't I? When making attack action with the ordnance weapon, the target shown in step 2 must be a point in the battlefield within range and line of sight. Yes. What does the number mean? What does the number mean? X inches. Oh, okay. Ah, we could get the bear as well. That can't possibly go wrong. So let's throw. This is going to go real bad. 8 inches, we can put it right here. And if it doesn't scatter, that means the bear and the bloatfly are both, in theory, going to get hit. I say in theory. This is not going to work. So what you can see here is, this is how we do this. We say, roll the attack test, but do not resolve it as normal. Okay, so we are looking for, it's the agility, so we're looking for a 4 on here, and it comes with 2 yellows. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. 4s or less for Firefly. That's an 8. That's not a 4 or less. Womp womp. Okay, so now you can see here, right? On a crit hit, it would just go straight there. On a normal hit, it would scatter, but not very much. On a miss, scatter once from the target point to find a new target point, halving the scatter distance, rounding up. Might know my range is rolling too high. And it's got like 1 extra damage. Let's see, here we go. For that, halving the distance, rounding up. It's right on the bear. The bear is the Yao Guai. We've angered the beast. Each model within X line of sight point also targets the attack, so it's too far away from the bloatfly now. Yeah, that's not going to get him. Okay. Enemy models use this weapon will also choose the center point of their target as the target. But yes, I understand that. Okay. Each model within X and line of sight of the target point are targets the attack. Excellent. So that means 2 energy damage. Although no, there was 1 extra in there. There's 1 extra. So it's 3 energy damage, right? Right. We've set fire to the bear for 3 energy damage. Also, I feel like I have just used my Molotov, I suppose, but hey-ho. Let's see how this goes. I just want to... I'm always paranoid about what I'm checking here. Okay. Okay. Yep. So, I'm a role player. Star Wars took out a lot and kept the door shut. And 5 minutes later, the Imperial Station went up. Exactly. These things happen. Let's have a look at the Yao Guai. Do I miss reckless drug abuse? Hi, Bladderus. No, we're strangely cold turkey for our raiders. We're looking for them. We're looking for our chems. Okay. So the Yao Guai has an armor of 1-0 for energy, and that basically means 1 armor, 0 resistance. So we reduce it by 1. It still takes 2, but therefore 2 damage goes through. Its defense is 2. Excellent. So that's an injury. Ho ho ho! And we didn't roll an Inferno special, so it goes out. But that Yao Guai has taken an injury, and therefore, subject to an attack, takes a threat. This guy has moved with it. Oh man, I'm catching up. There we go. So, as it stands now, that is that's the end of that. We have 3 of our team on. The Bloatfly is really not happy. The Yao Guai has an injury and a threat. So we need to see... now we have to start making decisions about what we're going to prioritize here, because it could be either of these, right? But if we move one and not the other might get more threat, and that might allow them to do more things. So I feel like what we might do, just see what... Oh, hello. I've gone the wrong way. Boop, boop, boop. I'm in the reference book, that's why. Oh, dear. Come on. Take cover. Yeah, so the fly could bounce around, but then we're liable to give it more threat, which means it then will shoot at us or attack us. The bear. Ooh, what's the bear going to do? I bet the bear is not a happy creature. It's a marauder. Ugh. Oh. And a marauder, as you can see in a minute, if I find it, here, will advance on us. Open fire and advance. It will just like wade straight in. So I'm going to activate the fly, I think. It's currently not out of line of sight. Or does the fly have Jeff Goldblum's DNA? It'd be a sexy fly then. It's just gonna buzz back to here. Uses that threat. Okay. Next, we have 2 of our illustrious team of Bubbles Bruisers left. We have the insanely named Jangles the Moon Monkey, and Billy Bats. So Jangles could go in there with a pipe revolver, but we could start getting people up onto here. I feel like I want to do that. It's tricky. Maybe we could... Let's have a look. let's bring on Jangles. If Jangles comes on here, and has therefore a move of to here. Just get, yeah, that's fine. And then I think we'll take a pot shot at that bloatfly. We're going to harass it off the board as much as possible. Jangles has a pipe revolver, not that great as weapons go, but it's within 10 inches. So we are getting special die and one black die. We're looking for agility, which for Jangles is 4, so not great really. It does 1 physical damage, so let's see. Also, is it even worth us doing this? Because that fly has got cover, which is 2 resistance. I don't think, no, I'm not going to do this. That fly is too hard to hit, because being in cover from this truck just gives it 2 resistance as well. It's not sensible. It's not sensible, and I won't stand for it. So actually, what we're going to do is blow up the truck. That truck's been blown up several times. I don't know if you can see. It's not in a roadworthy condition. Let's maybe... I think... Here we go. Jangles is going to scooch through here, and you can't quite see him. You'll have to trust me he's there. But he's scooched under there. And been, you know, obviously seen twice in his movement. Hasn't moved within 6 inches of any enemies. Look, can I do that in Haywire? That sounds fun. I'm sure that's a possibility. So Jangles is like zoop, in here. You can't quite see him. He's tucked under there. That's his activation done. Unfortunately, that does mean the bear. Yogi the bear has awoken and is angry. He is a marauder. What does that mean? It means he's going to advance. So now we need to pick on priorities. How do we work out who is the ultimate threat for Yogi to work out where he's going? There's a nice little table somewhere. I'm going to find it, because then I can read it eventually. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? 1 second. We'll find it. Just have to work out. Okay, here it is. I got it. So, Jingles Jangles Moon Monkey sounds like a Nick Cave Batsuit song. I would listen to that song. So they've all got 2 priority, every one of these models, because they are all at 2 priority. They've all got the same. But you would get more if you're technically base-to-base contact with an enemy. You're not. +1 if the model is in line of sight, and -1 if it's not within line of sight. So technically, Jangles there is on 1, whereas these guys are all kind of on 3. I think, therefore, the bear is going to head in just in this general direction. And he moves 4, so he's just going to come. I'll show you this one. So he's just going to come lumbering across here. Oops, I'm moving all the scenery. There he is. He's not happy. He's not a happy Yao Guai. He's stomping through here to get at us, and I think it's likely to happen. Okay. Do you know what I really want to do? This could be the first and last thing he ever does. But I really, part of my hindbrain really wants to send Billy Bats into brutal melee combat with the bear. Is that bad of me? Am I a bad person for thinking that? Billy Bats has... I've moved the wrong mini meal. This is Billy Bats. There's Jingle Jangles Moon Monkey. He's there. I feel like it might be quite funny to just dive in with poor Billy Bats. What do we think? Is that bad? Am I a bad person for even considering that? I'm sure he's okay. Let's do it. Billy, that exactly, this is the thing. It makes me a raider. So, Billy, he can move like 4 inches to there, which is going to get him a priority for being thoroughly seen. Also, he moved within 6 inches of the bear. Billy Bat should have picked up a nuclear-powered chainsaw. He should have. Wasn't paying attention that day. And then he's going to charge into battle. Gets him another priority. Because we know that enemies will only get 1 threat per activation. That's the only threat the bear is going to pick up. So, what do we get here? Baseball. You get this. You don't even get an effect die. You don't even get an effect die. Oh no, do you? Because we charged in this. We moved in this turn, didn't we? That gets us something, I think. I think it does. Let me see. Move. Does it? Does it? I can't remember. I think it does. Can we retcon he put nails in the bat? I think you'll find it's already happened. This bat does have nails in it, so it's there. It's there, Darina. It's happened. Let me just show this range attack. Just wanting to check. I don't think it does. Maybe it should. Well, can you fly? I just want to check. Sorry, I'm weighing this down. I apologize. I've got the itch in the back of my brain, which says that this is part of something, that there is something here. I just can't work it out. Advance. If the model ends this, okay, yeah. Okay, we're now definitely in enemy territory. We hired Billy as cannon fodder. I mean, the ink isn't even dry on his contract. I think, okay, I've made it up. I've made it up. Ignore that. Steve's hallucinating rules. So sorry about that. There we go. These things happen. So he's just charged in. What an idiot! What you idiot, Billy? What's wrong with you? Yes. So we've just got this this special die. We're looking to hit his strength, which is a 4. Oh, Billy, we've just killed you, haven't we? It's a crit hit! Billy! Billy! Billy Bats could believe. He believed it. So that's 2 physical damage, right? That's excellent. Plus, and this is the fun part, it's a crit on a melee, right? So he lets him battle cry. So the target, we can push the target away 1 inch for every damage inflicted. So it's got 2. It's got 2. This is good. The Yao Guai does have an armor of 2. What? Billy, there was no way you could hit it. We sent Billy into his doom. There was no way he could hit it. He did the best he could, and yet still guffed it up. Billy. Oops. Well, I mean, at least the Yao Guai's like tied up now. Womp womp. Exactly. Billy should have read the rules for how the bat works. Anyway, nothing bad will happen there, as it's now the bear's turn to turn around and slap Billy quite firmly in the face. We are... Yeah, it's a Marauder which is advanced, which is converted into a melee. So this bear is going to use its monstrous claws. I know. But it just didn't do anything. It didn't do anything. Oh, gosh. So, monstrous claws are melee, which does 2 black and a yellow, and is going to do 2 physical. I mean, Billy may just evaporate here. Billy's endurance is 4. So we're looking for a 4 or a less for Billy to basically not explode into jam. Oh my god, a crit! He ducks, dodges, ducks and dives. Perfect. That is so good. So good. Poor Billy! He's the raider who lived. Yay! Exactly. Cool, so that's the end of our first turn. We haven't spooked the Brahmin. The wolf is still out there, presumably just hunting this Brahmin slowly. We've done 1 injury to this Yao Guai. We need to do 3. The 3rd one will kill it because it's tough. Normally 2 injuries will kill it, but yeah, it's the 3rd one in this case. So, what happens at the end of the turn? I'll tell you what happens at the end of the turn. We remove all of our activation tokens because it's a brand new turn. And then every enemy that didn't turn, that didn't have a go, gets a threat. Or that doesn't have a threat at the moment, sorry. Every enemy that doesn't have a threat at the moment gets one, apart from the very last one to activate. So that means now the Brahmin, the Wolf, and the Bloatfly all have 1 threat. So things are starting to pick up a little bit. I think... oh, sorry, whacked the mic. Yeah, we've got an interesting thing here. So we've got our Overlord up here. I'll just turn them around so they're facing out into the wilderness. Tucked under here boop, boop, is Jangles, the moon monkey, as I get the hiccups. Firefly is over here. Bubbles and Billy Bats. So I think we either... So here's a choice. What are we going to do here, team? Are we going to either... We can open up... We can just follow up again and lay into this guy. Or we've got the... our Overlord right here, and we are definitely in short range. We could just open up with full auto into the Yao Guai and see what happens. Should we try that? Try and take the Yao Guai out? I feel that's the smart move. There's a reason Sue Clint is the head of this team. And it's not just because she's got the power armor, it's because she's got an assault rifle as well. So let's have a little look at Sue's stats. right up top. Here we go. Sue Clint, assault rifle. Gets 1 green added on that. Now, that doesn't seem an awful lot, but she's going to beat her perception, which is 5. She's also in short range. Now, see there it says 14, 17. Billy gets full of lead. Exactly. Let me see if I can just double. I'll bring the rule up so you can see it. Okay, so here we go. This is the rule. So the model is within the the weapon's short range. So we add another accuracy because we're so close, right? We're so close that we're just so accurate. Also, the target model's base is at an elevation 3 or more inches lower than the base of your own model. Add an armor reduction. So if this is 3 inches lower, we're basically shooting into the... Oh, these gantries are 2.5 inches too tall, so we're not quite high enough. Alas, that's very annoying. But never mind. So never mind. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We are looking for, like we said, to hit Sue Clint's perception, which is 5. So 5 or less. Oh, it's a 7, but it could, if I roll a -2 on this, which I didn't. So that's a miss. Okay, so Sue Clint gets another priority for making an attack, and the Yao Guai gets a threat for being the target of that attack. But you can see here, we have the trait full auto. So we've already fired at this activation. So now we're going to fire again, and we get to add 1 black and another green. So we're starting to get a lot of accuracy bonuses here. We've got 3 green dice. This should bring us down a bit. Again, we're looking for 5s. Come on, Sue. It's a 5 -1/-1. They don't do anything anymore. But 2 damage, 2 extra damage on there. And it does a damage of 2 physical already, so that's 4. 4 damage. That is chef's kiss, because that is... Oh, no, it's nearly chef's kiss. So this does physical damage. The Yao Guai has 2 physical armor, so that's already down to 2, unfortunately. Bit annoying. But 2 is equal to his defense, which means that's another injury. Does mean, though, however, he's now up to... Oh, no, you can't get more than 1 threat in 1 activation. So, but you are now definitely on priority. So, yeah, there we go. We've shot up this Yao Guai a bit. I was hoping that Sue would, what's going on with my hair? Jeez. So I was hoping Sue would, sort this out a bit more, but we'll take what we got. That is Sue activated. I think it's safe to say everything is on 1 threat at the moment, but not now, AVG. I don't wish to update. Everything's on 1 threat. The Yao Guai, the Bloatfly, the Wolf, the Brahmin. I do feel like the Yao Guai makes this... It would activate, and I know I could story play it away and be like, well, I can technically choose who I want, but I don't know. I tend to go for the more realistic and the funnier choices, I suppose. So let's see what happens. This Yao Guai is going to activate. It's currently in base-to-base contact with poor Billy Bats. Poor old Billy Bats. Let me just check what the additions are. I believe that means Billy has a +2 to his priority, which isn't very good. It's certainly not going to help. If I can find this page again. You know what? I can't find it. Do I trust myself to just say that's right? No, I don't. Let me have a look here. Just scrolling through. I'll be right. Click, click, click. Here we go. Right. I know you've all got better memories than me, but it's been a long week. So 2, 4, 2, 2, 2. Priority. Plus 2 thermals of base-to-base contact. So Billy's technically on 4 here. Plus 1 thermals in line of sight. The enemy model is activating and within range of a weapon the enemy is carrying or within a number of inches equal to the enemy's move statistic. That puts you technically on 5 there, Billy, and the others are not within range. Billy's getting slapped. Billy is the target of the angry bear, and there's nothing we can do about it. Sorry, Billy. That's going to do 2 black and a yellow to Billy, potentially. And Billy's evasion is 4. Huh. Can he dodge again? Can Billy survive another day? No, no, he cannot. Okay. So what we're going to see now is what happens when someone explodes. It's not good. So the monstrous claws do 2 physical damage. Plus 3, we've rolled extra. I know, it's just going to be like, poof, it's just gone. So that's 5 damage. Minus 1 armor. Billy has armor of 1 versus physical. So he takes 5 damage, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, then an extra 1 for good luck. Billy is evaporated. No more Billy bats, no more bats, no more anything. I think just kind of blink and he's gone. He's no. Well, we don't need that page anymore. Sorry, Billy. Yeah. That was kind of brutal. Feels Batman. that I wish that joke worked better for me because it just makes me think of Batman. And lots of things do. So I have to remember it's about bats, not Batman. I'm just thinking about Batman a lot. Okay, so Billy's gone. We have to deal with this. We either keep concentrating on this Yao Guai before it gets close to us, or I don't know what we do. We've got under here, we could activate with their heavy modded weapon, Jingle Jangle, the Moon Beast, whatever they're called. But we know this guy's got like we know this guy's got a what's it called? 2 armor for physical. So just going up and hitting him on the head with a heavy pipe. Yeah, just a boot left. Oh no. He'd have to roll so well. So I think let's either use the Molotov, because that's energy. I think we can use the Molotov more than once, right? It doesn't say it's limited. I don't think it says it's limited, so let's do it again. I suppose the damage is we may accidentally throw fire onto our own team. Now I've said it, of course that'll happen. So let's do this. Let's throw right bang center. We're gonna try and immolate the bear. Where's Jamie with the rules? He's got the week off. I know. He's bless him. He's allowed week off. He works very, very hard. So, Molotov's 2 yellow, right? 8 inches, that's perfect. Yep. He's going to get a priority for making an attack, and the bear is going to get a threat for being the... Well, is he? Because if he doesn't get hit, he's not the target of the attack. So let's see. We are looking for, with the Molotovs, agility, which is 4 or less. Come on, Firefly. It's a crit miss. That's what he did last time. Oh no, with 3 armor penetration. This doesn't feel good at all. Okay. Miss, scatter, half distance, round up. So this has got 3. Oh my gosh. Okay. Please don't. Oh my god. Why did I do this? Oh no. I just completely... I knew it was a possibility that it could head towards us, right? But I didn't even bother to try and offset it. I could have put the token like here. And I didn't. I literally said, slap bang on the center of that Yao Guai. So I'm going to live by the word I made, because half round up, that's 3. Flipping heck. Which means it's right here, which means it engulfs just Jangles the Moon Beast, I think, because I think, yeah, this guy's just high enough up. It's like 2.5 inches up, so it doesn't... The Raiders will die. It's less choices to make later. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. So, Jangles has got 3 armor penetration on a 2 energy attack. I'm pretty sure Jangles has... Oh, he has 1. So, therefore, he's got 2 armor penetration left. All his armor is removed. He takes 2 energy damage. Good lord. We're blowing ourselves up here. You can't see him under here. He thought he was safe, but just like this Molotov just comes in through the gap in the steps. Firefly, I can't believe you did that. What? No, I don't want to ask you, AI assistant. Go away. An explosive episode, very much so. This is... Ooh, okay. Do we risk it again? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. I'm kind of actually... I'm shooketh by that. I don't know what to do about it, because that just has ruined my limited skill. We could throw another one, but it just seems so dangerous. Do we throw another one? Because the other thing is, right, or we reposition. We either... Sure, yeah. I don't know why I bothered asking you guys. Yeah, sure, blow up your team, Steve. Right, okay. Now we're doing it a bit tactfully this time. We're going to target here, okay? Right? That's 8 inches. Perfect. So we're targeting there. It's still in 2 inches of the bear, but less likely to just head south and destroy my team. You only live once. I mean, that may as well be the team motto of our guys. Here we go. 2 yellow again. Agility 4. Come on, Firefly. Don't make me hurt you again. I'm going to give you another priority. 10! Come on! The guy can't hit anything. He can't do anything. He can't. He just can't do anything. Oh, what a chump. Okay, so it scatters once, half distance. Okay, so it's going 1 inch there, which basically puts it right on this bit of the barricade. Can't quite see it. It's sort of here. But fortunately, it's paid off. We've got 1 armor reduction for the bear. The bear has 1 energy armor, so that's reduces it down. We now have therefore done 2 energy damage to this bear. Oh my god, have we killed it? I think we've killed the bear. I think we've killed the bear because the bear has a defense of 2. Yeah, 1 energy reduces. Yes, we've killed it. We've killed the bear. But at what cost? The Yao Guai is down. As is half of our team. Yeah. Yeah, geez, that's brutal. That is brutal, but we killed the bear. Oh, which reminds me, I say we, me, basically forgot a thing. Right, so we should have dished out some extra threat because when the bear was getting injured, the fly was in range. There. In fact, those were in range of the first, but not the second. So I'm going to retroactively dish out the threat. I know it causes a bit of a pain, but I knew I was doing something wrong or missing something. These things happen, but I've made it right now, sort of. Yes, and battle is incapacitated, so that one goes on there. Actually, they should all be on 3 now. I think they should all be on 3. Ooshk. Does that make sense? Because I forgot about this. Another enemy model within 12 inches of the model suffers an injury, and that bear suffered 2 injuries, which would have been 1 on both of these and this, and then another 1 on this. So actually, you should be on 4. You just have to trust me. I don't trust me. That's some bad math right there. But there you go. I'm just going to quickly BRB because I want to get a new drink because I'm parched, but I will be back in about 1 minute. Right, less than a minute. I had to get a warm drink. A warm drink? I don't want a warm drink. I want a cold drink. Do you take a sip from your trusty Vault 13 canteen? Oh, that would be good. No FEV this time. This is purely 100% authentic recycled Vault water. Look how clean it is. I can taste the people that was recycled from. Am I still on this microphone? I think I am. Let me know. Right. Trust me, I'm not a professional. Exactly. We're just getting there. I just didn't want it to be too easy. We had just taken out a Yao Guai, and now we have to reap the problem. The highest amount of threat is this bloatfly. So we're going to start to see a load of crazy action. Let's see what the bloat sound is. 5x5. 5x5 coming in. It's a skirmisher, isn't it? The bloatfly. Brahmin, the wolves, the rad stag, the stingwing, The bloatfly. Bloatfly. Here he is. Okay, yeah, it's a skirmisher. So, first thing it's going to do is take cover. Now, we can use this to get it closer, and it can start using its ranged ability. At the moment, everyone's kind of on the same level when it comes to threat. We've got a 4 and priority, sorry. Got a 4 priority here and a 4 priority here. This one's more obvious to it, so I think what it's going to do is it's going to come come forward here. Now it's down to 3 threat. The next one will be open fire. Now, in my previous game we played, I think it was the Survivors had the Bloatfly, we forgot about the lava, I say we, Muggins here forgot about the lava projection. So it is 8-inch range. Definitely. Now these guys are both kind of actually in range. They're both viable targets, but ow! Trap my finger. Let me just check. Where's the what was the thing about height? Because that will work presumably the other way, doesn't it? Find height. Boop. Steve, you do love using the royal we when you I was so hoping no one had noticed. But yeah, of course, we're in this together. But likewise, we're in it with the victories as well. You know, I think we win. This isn't like horse racing, you know. Like when the horse, when the race is won, it's the jockey. When the race is lost, it's the horse. It's not like that. I'm not the jockey. You're not the horse. I'm too tall for that, and you have more legs. I don't know. This analogy is breaking down quite rapidly, but yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Just trying to. Plus, you know, you guys can Okay, I've been caught. I'll admit it. Right. I think we is Steve and us in our homes. No, I have 2 legs, not 4. But I mean, collectively, you've all got more than 4 legs, I would assume. Yes, exactly. There we go. So, the target was base. No, okay. So this doesn't count like that anyway. I was just distracted and went down a rules rabbit hole. So, the larvae thing is pretty bad. It's 4 black. Oh, this is horrible. But it does no damage. So only the damage that we roll, you know, will come up. It's physical. So we are trying to roll Sue Clint's endurance. And Sue Clint has an endurance of 7 or under. So this could be good. Excellent. Perfect. That one, we got away with that. And then I think it does it again, if I'm remembering. Am I remembering? Remember. Do I remember these things? Yeah, opens fires twice. I don't have the rules, so you can't blame me. Curses, you caught me out with your logic. Is it once per threat? It is. So like on this this page, you can see like it runs through it, and each one of those little activation markers shows how it does. So it does take cover once, open fire twice, advance once, and then it will take cover. If that's somehow still got it, but 7 or less. Again, a crit fail. Yoink, but we did roll a quick action there, so that's 1 damage. And an armor break. So we failed, so we can't use our armor, but we can use our resistance. But that is reduced by armor break, so it's 0. We take 1 physical damage in our power armor. Oosh! It hurts. Quick action. The model may use a consumable for... We haven't got any. We haven't been on a big enough campaign, but we can do a move of 2. A free move of 2. So what I'm going to do is she's just going to tack around slowly until she can get into a position where she's more sort of ready and raring to go. There you go. It sort of fits in there. And then with the last activation, it's going to advance. So advancing as far as enemies concerned, this might cause some kind of melee action towards the target. Let Sue become one with the Force. Do Raiders believe in that? Are they Jedi? I don't know if they are. Let's have a look here. So you can see it's got a movement of 4. It can't actually get to anyone that it knows about. I think it might... Oh, actually. No, it can't quite. So what happens if it can't reach someone? It must try and in this move base space contact with its target. Yep. Okay, so it's just going to try and move in, I think. We need to work out... You guys are very much still in line of sight. Where do you think this bloatfly would go? Would it continue after Sue or head after Firefly? It's been after Sue so far, but they're both equal. Where do you think it would go, team? Who stinks more? You tell me. Sue spends her days stomping around in power armor, and Firefly throws Molotov cocktails for a living. They're both very different odors. Which of the two of those would you not want to be stuck on a long car ride with? How do flies see again? Lots of little images of someone, or is that just in cartoons? How do flies see? I don't know. How do flies see? Let me Google it. Armor suit. Meow's just like, I'm not asking questions. Just here's your answer. How do flies see? They have no peripheral blind spots, I'll tell you that for nothing. They're colourblind. It's not going to answer us. I'm going with Meow's answer because Meow solved the problem. So the fly will, therefore, the blowfly will just come forward like this. There we go. Now, we have 2 peoples left. And what I really want to do is, from their hiding place, rushing out from under the stairs, coming around here, to whack the fly with their heavy modded pipe wrench, is your friend and mine, Jangles the Moon Monkey. There he is. Look at that. Straight in there. That's how you do it. Get chat to make a choice that you wanted them to make, and then lure the fly into the realms of the reaches of the guy with the modded pipe. So the heavy modded improvised weapon has 2 black on that because it's extra stonky. We are looking for Jangles' strength is 4, so 4 or less. Come on, Jangles. Come on, Jangles. 8. That's rubbish. Again, Jangles. A crit fail. You know what? I'm going off this team. I think Sue's got it together. But I just don't know. I feel like they're not doing well. Okay, now we're gonna have to activate the Brahmin or the wolf. I'm going to activate the Brahmin for reasons that will become apparent. So, a Brahmin. Brahmin. That's a terrible reference. A Brahmin is a coward. So it's peaceful, but if we hit it, it will rage. And we do not want to anger this thing. That's all I'm saying. We do not want to anger it. So, coward. Let's look up the coward stat block. There it is. Right at the bottom. Whoop. Coward. So fallback, open fire, fallback, fallback. There you go. So fallback is an interesting thing. It basically means heads away. It's like reverse targeting. So it's like, where's the danger? I head away from it. It also includes other enemies in that. So if I can find it. Oops, I've gone too far. Boop, boop, boop. Fallback. Enemy model moves up to their move statistic inches away from the target model, right? And because this is oh no, it's not. It's not skittish. The rad stags are skittish, so they would run away from those things, but this isn't. So yeah, it's just gonna like try and move away, stay out of danger. And where's what comes after that? So fallback. The danger is basically all the way over here. Look at all of us. We're clearly all in the same direction. So I think that the Brahmin will just sort of like it's going to come that way. So it's like kind of wandering off behind the car. Then it might indeed choose to open fire. The Brahmin does not have any ranged weapons. I'll level with you there. There's no secret Brahmin gun. This isn't. We're not talking Bloatflies with combat rifles here. So then it moves on to falling back twice more. Now, there was a thing that came up in the last game where one of the Radsags got to the edge, and we were like, would it just leave the battlefield, right? So I checked this. I sat down, put my thinking cap on, and did the most sensible thing, which was to ask Evie. And she said that way it technically works, rules as written, is it wouldn't leave the battlefield. It would just sort of skirt around the edge, and you'd use your sensibilities as it like tried to stay and get away. So you could corner it, right? But the idea is, therefore, it's always there as an option, and if you want to corner it, you can. It wouldn't leave the battlefield. It wouldn't exit the area. So that's how it goes. That's the rules as written. So with this, what I think it would do is then it would probably it's just like tromping off there. What if someone mounted a turret on his back? That's a different thing. So yeah, it's kind of doing a little runner that way. Next up, we've got, can it shoot milk? I'm not even going to answer that. I wish I hadn't read that. I wish, Bladderus, I hadn't read that. Because I take it you've seen the Brood Mother mini. Just thinking maybe that'll be something you'd be interested in. So we have Bubbles left. It's Moo Juice. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The Raiders are still like to torrent. Oh, there you go. Let's try and bring... Let's go 4 inches this way with Bubbles. Boop, 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 boop. Oops, move that a little bit. There we go. So he's up to he was on 2. Sorry, he's now up to 3, and he moved within 6 inches of this bloatfly. So the bloatfly is now on 2 threat. Yeah, that's 6 inches. And we're going to shoot. Should we shoot that? Can we shoot that? Can we shoot the bloatfly? I think we can't, actually. So what we will do then is let's come further forward to like here. Again, was moved unobscured. You certainly can't shoot it with these raiders. Hardy har har. Why Regal? The barbs are out now, aren't they? There we go. And now we have one last choice to make. There's a wolf over here with 3. The wolf is going to go. Now the wolf, unlike the Brahmin, is no coward. What he is, if I can find stat blocks, is a marauder. Which means it's advancing. Okay, a range of 6. So, who's it going to go for? It can't see this guy. I wanted to put him out of line of sight of it. 4. It's just going to go for the closest person, which is basically here. So 6 comes forward there. I've moved him backwards for some reason. There we go. Moonwalked across there. Open fire. Doesn't have anything to open fire with. No open firing. But then it's advanced again. Now he can see this guy. And it's within his move. That's going to trigger it up nicely. Though he could get to there, but yeah, I think he would. He'd be coming around here. So we're just gonna, which means that wolf is gonna do some chomping. It gets the special die and 2 black dice. This technically does 0 fizz. So let's look at Bubbles' stats. Endurance of 3. Oh no. Bubbles is in danger. With the rifles Can you take an action? You can take an aim action with anything, but I just haven't done it yet. I'll try. I'll show you. Oh my god, Bubbles! Bubbles whiffed it. Also, okay, this is an extra special bad thing. Fortunately, there's no special effect for the standard bite, so that goes away. But that is 2 damage. Bubbles has I've gone down the page by accident. Bubbles has 1, so that's 1 damage goes straight through onto Bubbles. Oh my gosh. That's bad. And it's so bad because it's going to happen again now. Because the Marauder stat block, as you can see here, does advance, open fire, advance, advance. And advance is basically melee. So once again, we want to get under Bubbles' endurance, which is 3. Oh my gosh. 2! Oh my gosh! We did it! Bubbles. Good job. Well done. Now, the wolf has a thing called hit and run. After this model makes a melee attack, it immediately makes a fall back action. So it will now fall back and try and break line of sight. So it can basically, it can kind of like come up over here, I think, like 1, 2. So it's just going to over here like that. So there we go. That is the end of that turn. So let's take away our remaining activation tokens. Only 4 now because a bad thing happened. The last model to activate for the enemies doesn't get a threat, but all the others do, which means the what's it called? The Brahmin does. The Bloatfly doesn't because he already has some threat. So it's only when you have no threat. That's right. Yeah, I'm sticking with that. I'm confident. I'll drink some more recycled water and that'll give me confidence in my abilities. So, we need to work out what we are doing here. And I think this Bloatfly is problematic. So we either bash the Bloatfly on the head with Jangles, try and get that working, or we... Oh, the wolf's hiding. The wolf's hiding over here. Can't quite be seen. I mean, we could shoot the... Can we shoot the Brahmin from all the way over there? We could. We won't, though. That'd be mean. We could shoot down into the Bloatfly. And try and eviscerate it that way. Yeah. What do we think? What do we think? I feel like I'm enjoying the assault rifle, so I feel like I do want to like we've got Sue Clint in a good overlooking position, so I think let's use it. The assault rifle gets that. It gets 1 green. We're in our short range, so it's another green, and we are looking down on it. We're like high up enough so we get like an armor penetration. Oh no, we don't, because we said that, didn't we? Because we're not yeah, we're not quite high up enough. So never mind. So that's not too bad. We are looking for Sue's perception is 5, so 5 or less. Let's see how this goes. 5. Excellent. We're technically a 4, but there we go. That does 2 physical plus another physical, so that's 3. The Bloatfly. Where are you, Bloatfly, my friend? Has no armor at all. He is a squishy boy, and therefore takes 3 damage. So that's more than his defense, but not double. His defense is 2, so that's an injury for the Bloatfly, who gains another threat. Succulent is at a maximum of 4 priority. I should really do something about that, but at the moment they're kind of not all coming in together, so I feel I'm kind of holding it. Sorry, we are holding it. I learn from my mistakes. So there we go. Now we do the same again because that assault rifle is full auto. So now we get to add, because we've fired it once this activation already, a black and a green in there as well. We should be good here. We should be good. 5 or less again. 3. It nearly wasn't. That's good. So that is 2 fizz, 3 with an armor reduction, which doesn't do anything because there's no armor. That doesn't. There's a special, which means we could burst it. But there's no model within range that we could use. So I'm not going to use burst. Basically, that's 3 damage again, and that means another injury, which means it's its second injury, and it dies. The bug has been squashed finally. Whew. The first injury was within 12 inches of this wolf, so that would have got a threat. And then it would have got another, because everyone gets a threat when something on the board perishes. So there we go. We're cleaning up. Yeah? Do we feel okay about this? I feel great, apart from the fact that Sue is the only person on the team that can actually hit things, so not great. We can use... We can start to be a bit tactful here. So we could say, if you kill the wolf, does the Brahmin need to be taken out? No. So we can attack the Brahmin and it will drop a searchable, and we can then search and potentially get stuff. However, it's quite far away. I don't want to have to go after that and worry about this, just leaving this wolf around. The Brahmin also doesn't count to the victory conditions, so we don't have to kill it to win this. So I'm thinking we just concentrate on the wolf. But yeah. So let's give this a go. I think we will... is there anything I could do to... Because this thing's going to run away a lot, and it's going to be very, very annoying. Why is part of my brain suggesting that we use a Molotov cocktail again? It's a bad idea, isn't it? It's a bad idea. Should we do it? Let's do it. Let's see if Firefly can redeem themselves. Okay. So Firefly is going to come to like here. That's another threat. The wolf. This is a new activation, so the wolf can pick up that threat. And we are then going to just aim. I might be a pyromaniac. I might be. This is going to go straight on the wolf. I can't put it on there, but you get me, right? The I'm not. I think it's not so much pyromaniaism. I just want Firefly to do it. I want that kind of that sweet payoff of them actually doing their job. I think that would be so nice. I can't see it happening though. So we want 2. Oh, I do love barbecue. 2 yellow. Very nice. So here we go. The target is right on the wolf. I just haven't. It keeps falling off. We are looking for a 4 or less Firefly. I do want to set the world on fire. Come on, 4 or less. Yes! Oh my god! Yes, we did it! We did it. Right. Still not very accurate. I'll warn you. I'll warn you. So if you crit, it lands exactly where you want it to. But on this, it's going to scatter once, but we half distance round down, and we take our luck off. Our luck is 2, right? So whatever this does, -2 to it, right? So, not great. So that's 4. We had to do that, didn't we? That's 4 -2 for our luck, which means it goes 2 that way. That does actually okay. It's all right. It's all right. We've got 1 energy reduction, but I don't think our wolf has any energy armor. I'd be very surprised if it did. It doesn't, so that doesn't help. It does that 1 damage +2, so that's 3 energy. The wolf takes an injury. Hooray! Woohoo! Isn't that good? We finally got there. It could have been better, but I'm happy with how it worked out. That does mean that the wolf is now going to go, because that's 3 threat versus you know, whatever it is. So I think it's going to return, probably attack back. We're right up against the edge of the board here. Sorry about that. It's going to come over. Just put those there for a second. And we are going to attack with its bite, which does 2 black. Firefly's endurance is 4. Can Firefly survive being chomped by the wolf? No. Oh gosh, that's pretty bad. That's no physical damage, but 3. Ooh. We can't use it. Oh, that's just 3 that goes straight through. Oh, Firefly may be eaten quite badly here, because then it will back off and it comes back and does it the same again. So we're now down to like, oh my gosh, I think that's right, isn't it? Because it's a marauder, and a marauder will, yeah, advance, open fire, advance, yeah. Let's see how we do here. Firefly, again, we're looking for 4 or less. Cool. And then the last one. 9. Down to 8. So that's 1 damage. We can't use our resistance because we failed. Firefly has been just like chomped to death by this wolf now. Well, that's not done great. It will then fall back to there. So that's not good, is it? Had we not been persistent with Firefly, we could have gotten away with that. But so I think what we're going to do, I think the way to finish this is simply for Bubbles, Hero of the Hour, to jump up in the flatbed, which gives the wolf a threat. And then that puts us in the short range for their hunting rifle. So that's going to give us one of those, 1 yellow, 1 black, 1 green for being in short range. We are looking here for a 4 or less. Let's see if we can do this. 4 or less, come on. 8? That's appalling. That's awful. Well, that didn't work. This is rubbish. My team, what are you doing to me? The Brahmin is just going to trot off in the distance, apparently. Hide itself in the corner. He's just going to like hang out over here. It's done. It's done with this world and its petty concerns. Raiders just being raiders. I know, you get a lot of them. They're very disposable. And if these guys weren't followers, I would cry. The only person I care about, really, is Sue. Everyone else, just a follower. can we get Jangles into range? His pipe revolver's got a range of 10 inches. So as long as we can get him within line of sight of the wolf, we can take a pot shot. So let's... There he is. Let's face him in the right direction. Go on, Jangles. Yep, that's open now. He's been therefore seen, but that doesn't matter. He's carrying around enough priority to fill up a highly important bucket. I don't know. The pipe revolver gets that. It gets 1 black. We're not in short range. This is it. We're just looking for his agility, which is 4. That was so low. You get a lot of shots off, but boy, it takes it. 4 or less. It's bang on 4. Bang on. That will give this guy another threat. That does 1 fizz. 1 physical. The cow has insatiable cameras, and people, the monitors are like, yeah, it's purely for observation. That's less than the wolf's defense. The wolf's defense is 2. So what we don't even do an injury. We just do a shock, which is very annoying. There it is. The wolf is get to go, and it's going to do like 2 attacks on Bubbles here. This wolf is going to take out every single one of us. I feel this is just going to... It's just going to destroy us all. This lone wolf. First attack versus Bubbles. Bubbles' endurance is 3. Oh no, Bubbles! This is a bad time. 5. Oh my gosh. 3 damage. Bubbles is dead. But Bubbles has now been chewed out by this dang nabbing wolf. So I feel like we should be considering retreating at this point. I mean, I don't mind about these guys, but if it was going to come for us, oi, and it can't, fortunately, get to it can't quite get to Jangles, which is good. It will advance towards him, though. It's literally going to just run at him, according to the Matrix. So it goes around there like that. It'll get just short of him. Be like, there we go. It's when Firefly... Yeah, exactly. Firefly went down, and we were just like, maybe we should leave? No, it's fine. I've not been very stealthy. I've not tried to hide. I've not done any of that. And maybe that's part of it. I thought because they were quite separated out, we were dealing with them one at a time. I think we've rolled really badly. It's just how it goes sometimes. End of the round. Everyone gets their activations removed. The Brahmin gets 1 threat. I think it's time for Jangles to be the hero of the moment in this new turn. Yes, I'm glad you agree with me. Thank you. I do roll badly sometimes. Quite a lot. So, Jangles is going to use that modded melee weapon, the hit and stick. The improvised weapon. Come on, Jangles, you can do it. This is 2 black. Here we go. Plus, now, it's shocked, so we can add 1 of any dice that we choose. Or is it 1 of all of them? No, that's aiming. Oh, aiming is the best. But yeah, so shock. Yeah, it's 1 die effect of our choice. I think we do need accuracy. I think you're right, Regal. So there it goes. We're looking for Jangles' strength, which is 4 or under. Come on, Jangles. Excellent. It tried. That gives us 1 physical plus another physical. The wolf has No armor. That's 2 damage. That's its second injury, which kills it. Technically, that gives the Brahmin another threat, but that's it. That's it. We managed to do it. All it cost us was everything. We lost Firefly, we lost Bubbles, we lost who was the other guy? He died so long ago I can't remember. Billy Bats. Good gosh, that was a bloodbath. So, because they're all followers, they're just gone. We can get more followers. If Sue Clint had gone down, then there may have been some brutal problems for her going on. But in theory, we've cleaned this area out. It was tough. I think I was going to say player of the match, but it comes down to these two because they survived, and I think it's probably Sue. I know Jangles did the killing blow at the end, but Jangles missed so many times. He missed so many times. It's not even funny. Well, it's quite funny. So Bubbles Bruisers no longer has Bubbles in it. Besides Sue's a Rose boss, that whole call. Exactly. Sue has decided that Sue was the MVP. So yeah, that was the Raiders. Good lord, they're crazy fun. I can't help but wonder if maybe Molotovs are one use or not. I don't know. I think that's probably just from my brain being like they are in. No, they're not in factions, are they? I'm thinking of nuclear grenades. Molotovs, you can have tons of them. I think it's clearly just a very stupid idea to use them all the time. But very fun. Thank you everyone for hanging out. That's been really cool. If you are about next Friday at 5 p.m. UK time, we're going to do this one last time, and we are going to bring out the big guns. It's the Brotherhood of Steel. So we're going to try and just, bring some of that heavier weaponry and power armor to bear. So if you want to see how the Brotherhood play, come hang out next Friday. It'd be awesome to see you. Thank you for everyone who just hung out and watched. If you dropped a sub, that's very kind. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. We'll buy some new cables and maybe put it towards a new camera for Callum. If you know, you know. There is otherwise not much else to say. If you don't follow us on YouTube, please do. There is a new battle report coming. I'm putting the final touches on it, and it is going to be the Battle for Boston. So it is the Institute versus the Brotherhood of Steel. I play the Brotherhood, and our very own Samantha takes on the mantle of the Institute, and yeah, it goes interestingly. So that'd be cool. But otherwise, what have you up to? Have a lovely weekend. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Go find the button.